Hello everybody, Lady you here, and welcome to The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In this episode, we're going to be conquering a bunch of minigames throughout Clock Town, starting with the Clock Town Shooting Gallery. Considered the hardest minigame in the entire game. I have to disagree with that. I believe the Southern Swamp Shooting Gallery to be the hardest in the entire game, because at least with this minigame, I can actually beat it. Um, what I was originally going to be doing was that I was going to do the same thing I did with the Southern Swamp Shooting Gallery, where I'd solo myself playing through the minigame, and I'd get the rewards off screen, and I'll tell you how to get them. But after I recorded this, I started playing around with it. On the first try, I beat it. Perfect score and everything. This clip that you're showing right here is me getting the points for the score required to getting one of the rewards. There's actually two rewards that you can get here. Um, the goal with the Clocktown Shooting Gallery is that you have to shoot all the red Octoroks without shooting the blue ones. You get a point for every red Octorok you shoot, but if you shoot a blue one, you'll lose time. To get every single one of them, you have to get to get the heart piece. You have to beat this minigame without shooting a blue Octorok, because if you do, then you'll lose time. It might be possible to get the heart piece and even after you mess up and hit a blue one. I've never done that before. In fact, uh, the in fact, when you see me get the heart piece in a bit, um, it's actually the first time that I've actually ever beaten this minigame. Uh, um, this is a really fun minigame. I really like it. If you get more than 42, uh, if you get more than 40 uh, points, you get the large quiver, which will give you the ability to shoot 40 arrows. Now this right here, after I beat it off screen on my first try, I quickly paused the game, hooked up my capture card equipment, and recorded myself getting the heart piece. I'm really happy that I was actually able to get it, but I really wish that I was able to get it on camera because I actually did a really good job, and I just had a feeling that I had to film it, but I was scared because I didn't want my capture card to lag. Anyway, the next thing we're going to be doing is this minigame thingy-majigger. If I could just go inside the door. Go inside the door. Thank you. We are in Honey and Darling Stop. It looks like we have a visitor, honey. I wonder if it's a customer, darling. Oh, would you like to play? Today is Bounty Gathering Day. One game is 10 rubies. Hit each target with a bomb chew in the time it takes us to death to one song. But if you fall off the platform, you're out, right, darling? Are you ready? Start the music. I don't know why I use my Princess Peach song, my Princess Peach voice for that. I don't care. This this minigame, this SOP, it actually has 3 minigames, one for each day. If you want to get the heart piece of this place, you have to get a perfect score on all the minigames. Getting a perfect score on one of the minigames will get you 50 rupees. Now this item that we're using, this is actually a new item that I haven't shown off in this Let's Play so far. This is the Bomb Chew. The Bomb Chew is a really useful item, but I don't remember if you actually get it throughout the story, nor do I remember if it's actually used throughout the main dungeons. But you can buy bomb chews at the bomb shop, which I know I've shown in previous videos. Um, the bomb chew, it's pretty useful for getting a couple heart pieces like this one, but I'm not gonna be showing the bomb chew too much throughout this walkthrough because there isn't really a whole lot of places where you can use it at. But anyway, on to the next minigame. Dawn of the second day. I really think it's really funny how they how the place is called Honey and Darlings. I just really like that. That's pretty funny. Anyway, this is the second minigame in this place. I consider this one to be the hardest one out of the minigames that we're going to be facing here. You'll see why in a bit. Um, as they're mentioning right here, this minigame, there are these baskets that are all over the place. Um, what you have to do is they have to throw a bomb inside of them. This is this is pretty difficult, and it will take you multiple tries, just like every minigame in this game. But what makes this what makes this hard is that if you throw with too much force, then you're gonna fall off the platform. And if you fall off the platform, you have to start the entire minigame all over again. It's also pretty hard to aim because some of the baskets are higher than others, and the platform that you're on, not only is it rotating, but it's also going up and down, so you have to time it just right. And I don't know, I just find this one to be the hardest, and it definitely did have the most outtakes throughout all the minigames in this place. Perfect! Exclamation point. Did you see that, honey? He got a perfect score.
Yeah, to Sarah happiness is am I?
Oh, that was the guy's voice. That was the guy who was talking. Whatever. Anyway, uh, just like last time, we get 50 rubies whenever we beat this one. Now, this next minigame that we're going to be doing, you will only get 50 rubies from it if you beat this one only on the last day and not the other ones. If you beat the other two minigames alongside this one, like if you beat all the minigames in this place within a single thing without resetting time, then you'll get the heart piece. Now this minigame is kind of tied, in my opinion, for the easiest one with the bomb chew gallery thing. Um, I find this one to be a little bit easy because, um, as you see, because it's my the strategy that I use for this is that I just keep pressing the arrow button, the shooting button, and just hope that I actually hit something. Um, this minigame is pretty easy. The only difficult thing is shooting the is actually hitting the button at the right time and making sure you're aimed properly. Because the targets are going in the opposite direction that you are, so you can't really keep your arrows at. Actually, that would be a good strategy to keep it at a to keep the pointer to keep the aiming thing at one spot. But I didn't try it. But I didn't try that. I already recorded this. This is post commentary. I don't care because I got a perfect score, and I am super duper happy right now. Can you tell by the tone of my voice? Because I am happy. And we get the heartbeat. Yay! Oh, there goes the trend that we had where the heartbeats number where our heartbeats number matches the video number. Whatever. This last one that we're going to be doing, this minigame is actually one that I planned on doing a while back. Back in episode 11, my plan for that video was to do all the stuff in that one in addition to the Deku Playground. But I had trouble with the Deku Playground, and I just didn't want to do it. So I've kind of been putting it off for like 20 videos. Literally, it's been 20 videos since then, and yeah. Uh, anyway, how about it? With a young one play, one game is 10 rupees. Then use a deck of flower and have fun. This minigame is similar to the Honey and Darlings minigame, where you have to beat it. We have to beat the minigame on all 3 days to get the heart piece. This minigame, this is pretty much the only one where the Deku gets to sign, because the other minigames like the Goron Racetrack and the Beavers Racetrack, those really let the Goron Link and Zora Link really shine and get a really good spotlight. But this is the only one where Deku Link gets to shine. Now these minigames, they're not that hard if you know if you have a good pattern. It'll take you a couple tries to get the pattern perfectly. Following this pattern, I believe this is the easiest one to remember. If it's not, then I'm just weird. Anyway, what we want to do is that we want to fly like an eagle. Whatever. It's to fly around and land on these platforms to get the rubies. You get to keep the rubies if you fail, so it's a good idea to try and at least get 10 rubies before you fail. That might be a little difficult because this isn't exactly the easiest thing ever, especially when you have a lucky capture card. Arr! Amazing, it's a new record! Take this! And we get rubies! Yay, it's purple! Purple is the second most evil color. Not black, not red, but purple. The most evil color in the entire world has to be pink! Pink is evil. It's the color of death. What is wrong with me? Whatever. We are entering the Deku Playground second minigame thing, whatever. This next one is a little bit more difficult because with the previous one, the platforms are just going up and down. Whereas with this one, they're moving, they're continuously moving. The first one, that one's a little bit difficult, but once you realize that for whatever reason the sun is always directly above you and your shadows are always directly beneath you, you can use that as an indicator to tell when to jump. But with this one you actually have to time it, and with a lucky capture card, that is not easy, believe me. Anyway, this is a pretty difficult one, but what's a good thing to remember is that Deku Link's flight is not based off distance, but it's not based off time, but it's based off how far you're going. So it's a good idea to just keep going until he's kicking his feet, trying to get a little higher, because then you can just stay stationary until the platform comes. This is not all that hard, but like I said, all these minigames are going to take you multiple tries, especially if you've never beaten them. And that kind of leads me to something I've been wanting to talk about. I kind of have to confess, I've never beaten like half the minigames in this game. Prior to me doing a Let's Play of this, most of the minigames I've never beaten. The reason why I decided to do this as a Let's Play is because I really, really like this game, and I felt that it would be really cool to do a Let's Play of it. So I decided to I decided to do this as a walkthrough. But the thing is, I've never 100%ed it. So a lot of these minigames are somewhat blind. Of course, I do practice them on a backup save file before I actually record anything. But it's still, it was still pretty bad idea to do a Let's Play this game before I actually 100%ed it. So that's why with my next Let's Plays, all the ones I'm going to be doing in the future, I'm going to at least 100% as much as I can before actually recording videos. Now, believe me, one of my future Let's Plays is going to be a nightmare. I've mentioned this on the fan page, and I've talked about it a couple of times, but I'm planning a huge Let's Play in the future. It's probably going to be premiere next year. That'll depend on if I get the right software in time. That Let's Play, I've already mentioned that it's a huge game, and that it's on the Wii. I'm gonna give you guys another little hint as to what that game is. The huge Let's Play that I'm planning, it's going to take multiple playthroughs to get everything. This Deku playground thing, this is kind of a combination of the two previous minigames, where not only are some of them moving up and down, but some of them are also spinning. So it's a little difficult, but if you have skills like me, then you're doomed, because I don't have skills. Alrighty then. I really like the effects the I really like the effects for when the things are for when you bury it into the flowers. I really like the little particle effect things that go everywhere, and I don't know why, but I really like the flowers that Deku Lane calls whenever he's flying. I just think that that's really hilarious, and what's really funny is that it's pink. So I don't know. That just always struck me funny. And we beat it. This minigame, this part of the minigame definitely had the least amount of outtakes. But I don't feel like showing outtakes because they're all pretty boring and they're just mostly me pausing the game continuously and because of my laggy capture card. But anyway, we get another piece of heart. Yay! You're dealing with a fierce competitor. These guys will not let you play after you get the heart piece. You can reset time and they won't remember anything, but after you get the heart piece, they won't let you play again. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, and until next time, later gator to you.